Hi children, in this video we are going to do exercise 6.2 sums, but before that we are going to discuss the lines parallel to the same line concept we are going to discuss in this video. So here if you see here L, M, N, three lines I have drawn, and if L is parallel to N, if L is parallel to N and M is parallel to N, from these two statements we can say that L is parallel to M. I hope all of you understood. What is that? Lines parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. Lines parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. So here L is parallel to N and M is also parallel to N. So it is obvious that L is parallel to M. Now in exercise 6.2, second sum we are doing, that is page number 104. Here one figure is given, here X, Y, Z, and AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF is given. Here what are A, B, C, D? Here this is AB and this is CD and here this is EF, three lines. And one more hint is also given, Y is to Z equal to 3 is to 7. Then what is the value of X is the question. Now here if you see, vertically opposite angles are equal. Already we know that statement. So here if it is Y, for this vertically opposite angle is this one. So this is also Y. Now since CD is parallel to EF, since it is given in the question, CD is parallel to EF, this Y and Z are the co-interior angles. Interior angles on the same side of the transversal, and we know that they are supplementary. So Y plus Z equal to 180 degrees. From the figure, Y plus Z equal to 180 degrees. How it is? Co-interior angles. And one more, what is given? Y is to Z equal to 3 is to 7. Exact values of Y and Z we don't know, but the ratio of Y and Z is given as 3 is to 7. So we will take Y as 3A and Z as 7A. Okay, actually we can take X also, but already one X is there. That's why we are not using again the same variable X. So Y equal to 3A, Z equal to 7A we are taking. Now in this, if you substitute in Y plus Z equal to 180 degrees, if you substitute, then what you will get? 3A plus 7A equal to 180 degrees. That is 10A equal to 180 degrees. A equal to 180 by 10, that is 18. So here now you have to find out what is Y and what is Z. Okay. First we will find out Y, that is 3A. 3 into A, that is 18, 54 degrees. Now Z equal to 7A, 7 into 18, what is that? 126. Okay, so 126 degrees. Now actually the question is to find the value of X. So we are going to find the value of X now. Here what is the relation between X and Y? Even X and Y are co-interior angles. They are also supplementary. So what we have to get X? So X equal to 180 minus Y. Since X and Y are co-interior angles. So X equal to 180 degrees minus Y. That is 180 degrees minus 54. So what you will get here? 126. So X equal to 126 degrees is the answer. Hope all of you understood second sum. Coming to fourth sum in the same exercise. Here one figure is given. Based on that, here PQ is parallel to HT is given. Angle PQR is 100 degrees. Angle RST equal to 130 degrees. Now you have to find out angle QRS. And here one hint is also given in the question to draw a parallel line through R to ST. To draw a parallel line to R through ST. In exam they may not give hints, but you have to remember. So here we have drawn a parallel line to ST, that is XY. Here if XY is parallel to ST, definitely we can say that XY is parallel to PQ also. Why? PQ and ST are parallel. So based on the concept, the lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. So already we learned that concept. So based on that we can tell that XY is parallel to PQ also. So now we can find out these angles. Here instead of writing always angle XRQ like that in full form, just we are giving the short here the ABC. I am giving the names as ABC. So finally you have to find out B, but before that we have to calculate A and C. So here since PQ is parallel to XY, based on that we can tell that 100 degrees and A are co-interior angles, and co-interior angles are supplementary when the transversal is drawn for parallel lines. So A equal to 180 degrees minus 100 degrees, that is equal to 80 degrees. Now in the same way ST is parallel to XY. ST is parallel to XY. So from this 130 degrees and C are also co-interior angles. So they are supplementary. So C equal to 180 degrees minus 130 degrees, that is 50 degrees. So now we got A and C. So we have to calculate B. How to calculate? Here A, B, C together they form straight angle 180 degrees. So A plus B plus C equal to 180 degrees, that is from the figure. So B equal to 180 degrees minus A plus C, that is 180 degrees minus A is 80 degrees and C is 50 degrees. So 180 degrees minus 130 degrees, that is 50 degrees. So B 50 degrees we got. So actually it is given in the question to find out angle QRS. That's why we are writing angle QRS equal to 50 degrees. Now coming to sixth sum. Here it is given PQ and RS are two mirrors placed parallel to each other, and incident ray AB strikes the mirror PQ at B, and then the reflected ray moves along the path BC and strikes the mirror RS at C and again reflects back along CD. Prove that AB is parallel to CD. Okay, so here actually the sum is based on the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection. As you learned in physics, the angle of incidence is nothing but the angle between the incident ray and the perpendicular drawn to the surface. Perpendicular drawn to the surface. So here this I am giving the name 1. That angle 1 is the angle of incidence. And what is angle of reflection? The angle of reflection is the angle between the reflected ray, okay, and the ray reflected and the perpendicular drawn to the reflecting surface. So this is the angle of reflection. That I gave the name 2, okay, angle 2. Just like that, even here the same reflected ray, it strikes the mirror RS and again it reflects. So here also I am drawing one more perpendicular. Okay, so here I am giving the name E and here I am giving the name F. So BE and CF are the two perpendiculars drawn to these two parallel lines PQ and RS. Okay, so first you have to remember that. Now again here this is the angle of incidence, that is 3, and this is the angle of reflection 4. Okay, so here 2 times the reflection is going on. So here now what you have to find out finally, what you have to prove finally, AB is parallel to CD. So where is AB? This AB is parallel to CD. Finally you are going to prove. So first, as you learned in physics, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. So based on that, what we can write here? Angle 1 is equal to angle 2. How can we write? Since angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Based on that point, we are writing angle 1 equal to angle 2. Here actually what is incident ray AB and the reflected ray is BC. If you want, you can write even that in the solution. Okay, so angle 1 equal to angle 2. So just like that, similarly angle 3 equal to angle 4 also we can write, since here also the same process is happening. Okay, here BC is the incident ray and CD is the reflected ray. So angle 3 is angle of incidence and angle 4 is angle of reflection. So those two are also equal. Angle 3 equal to angle 4. So now coming to these BE and CF, what are these? As we discussed already, these two are the perpendiculars drawn to the two parallel lines. So definitely they are parallel to each other. Okay, the perpendiculars drawn to two parallel lines are always parallel to each other. So here BE is parallel to CF. BE is parallel to CF. So from that what you can write? Angle 2 and angle 3. What is the relation? Angle 2 is equal to angle 3. How it is? Alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles are equal. That's why angle 2 equal to angle 3. But here if you see angle 1 equal to angle 2, angle 3 equal to angle 4. So from this what you can write? All the four angles are equal. So angle 1 equal to angle 2 equal to angle 3 equal to angle 4. So from this we can write that angle 1 plus angle 2 equal to angle 3 plus angle 4. Since all the four are equal, angle 1 plus angle 2 equal to angle 3 plus angle 4. So what is angle 1 plus angle 2? So using the names ABC, what you can write? Angle ABC is equal to angle 3 plus angle 4. So that is angle BCD. So once if you see this and this together, okay, this angle and this angle are equal. Means what? Here if these two, what is the name we can give for those two angles? So this and this are alternate interior angles. So when the two alternate interior angles are equal, when the transversal is drawn for parallel lines only. Okay, so from this alternate interior angles are equal. So here actually the transversal is BC. Okay, so AB is parallel to CD. That is the question. It is given to prove AB is parallel to CD. How we got it? Did you understand? Here together angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to angle 3 plus angle 4. So these two are alternate interior angles. If you take BC as the transversal and AB and CD as two lines, so when the alternate interior angles are equal, those two lines should be parallel. That's why AB is parallel to CD. Hope all of you understood these sums, and the next other sums definitely you can try on your own. Thank you.